And so we make our way to Bleak Falls, Barrow. Now, by the time I'm recording this, I've probably gotten a couple of episodes done. And there's probably been a break in between the first and whenever you see this. And I'm going to try and do as much as I can per, because all of you have wrote such nice things. And I thank you for it. And we're just getting straight into it. I did a ton of research. I did a ton of research to find out about potential stuff we can do. Potential things we can do to help our conquest of whatever here. There's a bandit just above there, so we're going to attack him. And there's quite a bit we're going to do. As we go on, I'm going to specialize in some poisons. I don't usually specialize much in poisons. Or, in general, I don't specialize in a lot of stuff that I'm going to this time. Like, I don't usually specialize in bows and arrows. So, that'll be a whole new thing for us to try out. Not bows and arrows, Jesus. Shields and... Sorry, I was fighting the bandits, so I got a bit confused. Shields in general. Like I said last time, we're going to be using a lot. There's a couple of things we're not going to be using. But, hit me. I want you to kind of get my block up a bit here. Can you get my block up, please? I'm afraid that bandit's going to come from behind us, but I have a feeling Uthgerd has gone to fight the bandit. Hopefully. I'm keeping an eye. No, Uthgerd is behind us fighting something. I don't think that bandit's heard us yet. We're not. He's not dealing a whole lot of damage, so it's not going to increase our block a whole lot. As you can tell. Oh, I thought that was me that he killed cams, so... there's a lot of tips that I'm going to be producing for you guys to know about. One is, if you have no reason to use magicka in battle, then don't. Save your magicka by waiting an hour and then progressing on in a dungeon or whatever it is that you're progressing on in. We're going to make sure to quick save constantly. This guy's armored and he has a weapon that's dealing a bit more damage than usual. Uthgerd has come up, of course. Uthgerd is dealing a lot of damage here. It's kind of insane. So, if we're going to effectively get the achievements we need to, I can't remember if there's an achievement for both sides of the Dark Brotherhood. I have a feeling there is, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. I could make a save and do one. If that's the case, I'll make a save. I'll do the Imperial Destruction one. And then I'll move on and I will do the opposite one, which is the entire quest line. But that'll be the one that's canonical in my game, of course. Because we're going to want to reap the rewards from it and stuff. But otherwise, we do need to do the Civil War. Because if we do Season and Ending, we won't be able to get one of the trophies. That'll be missable. And then, of course, we have to make sure we don't miss the Dark Brotherhood quest. Now, I'm pretty sure there's no trophy for doing the Imperial one. It's really not worth doing. It's cool that the choice is there, but I don't really think it's worth doing at all. Let's level up here. Oh, apprentice, because we got... What is that for? Reach level 5. Hey! Yeah, so... that's cool. That's 4 trophies now out of 76. So we are, along with magic, going to be putting points into stamina, of course. There's a lot of perks we want early. Like I said in the last playthrough, the beginning can be quite monotonous with what we need to do. We would like blocking to be more effective, but I would like more damage to be done. But for now, what I think we should definitely do is put a point into the one-handed weapons do 40% damage would be pretty good. It's always hard to know at the beginning. Like, we're going to come out of Bleak Falls and have leveled up, I'd say, at least twice more. We'll block 25% more damage. It's not entirely worth it at the beginning. You kind of want to be outputting damage, I would say, over protection, because protection means so little in this difficulty sometimes. We're going to get that perk as well where we take no damage for being hit by arrows, which will be pretty awesome. try and block as much as possible. One, to negate, sorry, a bunch of damage that is done to you. And secondly, to level it up as well. The one problem about controller, of course, on the PlayStation is that we have to consistently take out stuff. So I think a good way to go about it is to use Firebolt, and then when we're getting to a point where we can't use it anymore, like now, move on to something else. I probably should have a backup sword because, as you can tell here, this is a bit problematic. The replenishment for our Magicka is not very good, and we're not dealing a lot here, but Uthgerd is dealing with them. I also want to do the College Winterhold early. Now, of course, it's handy getting the magic early, but there is a quest. There is a quest in this game that feels like Oblivion's hardest difficulty, and that is taking on the magic anomalies on Legendary. I can do it, but the difference between it taking literally 40 minutes, and I'm not joking when I say 40 minutes, and about 10 to 15 is the difference between doing the quest line early and doing the quest line later. So I'm going to equip this steel axe just for now. If you haven't noticed that we're struggling a bit to sustain Magicka. Now I would like to also get sneak up a bit. I want to get a lot of skills up. My primary output of damage, my primary kit will be using a shield. It'll be using a shield around a conjured blade. I will not be conjuring followers unless I get the Sanguine Rose, which I usually do. So I'll probably get the Sanguine Rose and use that. Like always, because the Dremor Lord early is pretty great. I'm not going to be using familiars or stuff like that. Just bound sword. Until I can later use a decent small sword. I'm not going to be using destruction too much. Again, we'll adapt as we go along. That's kind of how I see it. It's adapting to what we have. I would really, really appreciate if she leveled me up once more. But I guess that's not happening, so oh well, what can we do? Let's take as much arrows as we can here. Wait an hour. I'm going to take out the Lombo because we're going to come up to the Bandit Outlaw, who's going to be up here. And we want to take him out. Now, I'm not going to be opening every single container like I always do. I want Skeever Tails because Skeever Tails are going to be really useful for poison stuff. And I am going to give myself a plot of land very early. The reason these episodes, by the way, are going to be far longer than my other series ones, where there's usually 20 to 40 minutes, is because I need it to be. I will never get through this, and I don't really want 190 episodes of something, you know? But we're definitely going to be using poisons. Poisons are very handy. We like poisons. A lot of the early skills we get will be negating stuff. Again, I could decide later in this episode that I no longer want to use... I no longer want to use destruction, which could be a possibility. Of course, early, it wouldn't be a bad choice getting a reduction on Bound Blade. But again, I don't want to put points into skills we're not going to use, because I'm going to have to get a skill to Legendary if that's the case. And yeah, that sometimes can take a while depending on the skill. I know how to do it with all skills, but again, like, I'm trying to avoid using large bugs, like bugs that'll break the game completely on me. A lot of you, I have read your comments, by the way. I have read your comments, and I see a lot of the tips you guys are giving and stuff. I would like to be a werewolf because I have to remember that one of the achievements is leveling up a werewolf and leveling up a vampire lord. We will definitely do werewolf early for several reasons. One, werewolves immune to disease, and disease can sometimes be very annoying when we're playing Skyrim. It can be very, very annoying, and we don't want to have to deal with the stress of capturing diseases and struggling with them. Also, the Civil War is something I have to do early. I have to get it done. So, and usually the Civil War we don't have to deal with too much on our own, and it's because, as one of you said, and you put the idea in my head, whoever you were, so thank you. And it's because we want to eat all the bodies, because there's so many at the fort and stuff like that. That can be super handy to deal with, so... Uthgerd, you get over here, please. Okay, let's do a level up here because I don't want to end up power leveling straight off the bat. So, God, I love tea. Usually I leave the side skills like enchanting and stuff till later. I'm not going to do that this time because I would like to get them all the way up as soon as possible. The next time I level up, I'll put it into pickpocketing. Because, again, that's going to be one of my earliest means of getting money. I'm also going to do the Thieves Guild because, as someone said, the Thieves Guild is a really good early source of money. So, let's get our bound sword out. As you can see, it's costing nearly half our magicka, which is not what we want at all. I need Uthgerd to come in here, please, and thank you, Uthgerd. We'll make another quick save here, and I'm just going to jolt some firebolts out in my left hand. And then take the shield out, and I don't think shield bashing is very effective in the early levels of block. I can't remember if the stat is tied to the effectiveness of the shield or the effectiveness of what level you are. But a companion is a must-do. You cannot get through legendary without one, guys, unless you're doing solely archery or magic or something. And magic early game, you know, it's tough. So is archery. Like, you can get rid of the companion later into the game. But the reason we're leveling up so fast, by the way, is because of one reason and one reason only. And that's because skills level up, like I've said before, depending on the damage. So, let's grab the golden claw here. We need it, one, to get through Bleak Falls, and then to get onwards onto Riverwood and get a gold reward and get Lucan to help us. Now, again, I'm going to take Firebolt out, and we're going to deal with these Draugr in a very chilled manner. Uthgerd will protect us, thankfully, so it's not too much stress. The only thing that might be a little stressful is running out of stuff. We are going to utilize that trap probably for traps in general for the big boy Draugrs and stuff like that. As you can see, Uthgerd is a wonderful distraction. This is restoration is a definite. I need restoration. Just this game is going to take so much longer if I don't. I will use alchemy, of course, as well. At the beginning is very confusing because it's very difficult to do Skyrim with like 5 skills on legendary. Now you can do it. Don't get me wrong. It's doable. It's just we're trying to get through this effectively, of course. I am kind of overwhelmed with how fast we are leveling up. So we're going to keep doing that. I'm not going to question it. We're just going to keep doing it. So let's do the novice here. And then next, of course, we're going to want 25. We're going to level up to 7 for sure. I'm not worried about that even remotely. I need him to divert his attention. Again, the early game of Legendary, guys, is going to be quite boring. Like, unless you're coming in here with heavy armor and a two-handed weapon. Which, even so, you're still going to struggle. I did that on my last character, you know, and I still needed a companion after a while. But you can get away with it far more than you can get away with it here. Which is what a lot of you probably want to do. But for stuff like mages, that's just unfortunately not very doable. As you can tell, we don't have our absolute mandatory help, which is vegetable soup. Unfortunately, I got a bit cocky here and overextended, and I need to let Uthgerd get distraction here, otherwise I'm in trouble. And again, don't be afraid to use potions. Make more. And if you don't know how to make more, learn how to make more. Trust me, it's going to be worth it. You're going to want to. Until we get the quick reflex perk, which will absolutely escalate our advantage in battle. But we're just so weak right now. Bleak Falls will probably be one of the only... Unless the chest is right in front of me, I'm probably not going to grab it as well, just to flow through dungeons a bit faster. But this one's right there, and you never know what we'll get. You could be really lucky, you could be really unlucky. By the time I pressed it, Uthgerd had already rushed through, so... But destruction is slightly pointless in leveling up. It's not later. Like, if you level up destruction and you get it to a point later where it is phenomenal, look, you're going to be delighted you did it. But, in general, by the time it ends up being worth it, it's not worth it, you know? And I never do these physical builds too much, you know? I'm usually doing magic. But I like magic, of course, you know? It's fun. And so I am doing that. But I'm starting to feel we're probably going to go into battle mage territory. But light armor battle mage. You know, a shielded... Would it be a battle mage? A shield in one hand, magic in the other? I mean, regardless of what people think, this debate has been going on since the game came out. But bound sword is still magic. You know? Iron arrows are just not worth your time at all, by the way, guys. You want to go to a Fletcher. I'm going to head to a Fletcher after this. I'm going to go to Solitude, and we'll go to the Fletcher there. But again, you know, we're going to need money for that. And why not try and avoid it as much as possible doing the farming, unless we really, really need to for something. I'll need to do stuff like farming the potions and making them for stuff like training. So, sorry if I say M a lot, by the way. I'm just so ready for this playthrough. I'm so excited, you know? Oh, okay. I was kind of relying on that power bash to save me, but it didn't. I'll get back to this room. It turns out we were loaded right here, but I did my clap as if to make an audio space, so I just didn't want it to be awkward, so I just waited. So now we're back here, and this time Uthgerd got ahead of us, so... As you can see, two-handed weapons are pretty glorious. Uthgerd is on level with us, but... not exactly on level, around our level, but regardless, she's still as weak, you know? So... Let's continue forward. Glowing mushrooms are also great. This time, by the way, I'm going to get a different house. I'm going to get the one with the fishery. Now, the reason I want the one with the fishery is because I would like some fish. I've never had the one with the fishery before. But I have a feeling it'll be worth having. Like, I'm going to have a look into it, of course, after this. And make sure that it's appropriate. Of course. Well, let's continue on down here. Sneak attack. That arrow just recoiled so badly. It recoiled so badly, man. Do you guys think... By the way, so I have a question, alright? Do you guys think power leveling is not allowed in a legendary save? Like, do you think, like, sneak attacking someone who doesn't die? Do you think that's unfair? Like, would that make you feel less... grateful about what you're doing, you know, since it wasn't intended, but it is there. Like, it's not a bug, it's an exploit. You know, a bug would be like, it's broken, it's not supposed to do that. But like, an exploit is you're not supposed to do it, but it's in the game and it was overlooked, you know. Now, if a normal Draugr is killing us with a two-handed weapon, you guys can only imagine what a restless Draugr will do. Now, I do have healing hands, so I can heal Uthgerd. But this is a nice little way of leveling up our archery. As you can see, it's getting it up. It's getting it up, guys. I'll stop. Is Uthgerd okay? I could hit her with an arrow and find out, but no. Sometimes it just glitches a bit. We've only got 10 arrows left, so I'll just use the remainder of them. Like with the orc playthrough, guys, that we did, that took, I think it was 25, 23, 24 episodes in total I did for that orc playthrough, the last one. You've seen at one point in the game, you know, we can deal with stuff on our own, and it's just so satisfying, but the beginning is always a struggle. You know, don't let it deter you from doing your build. You know, these chests are really not worth it. So, just keep going, keep leveling your skills up. We're going to be 10 before you know it, and we're going to be attacked by all sorts of stuff. You know, vampires are going to start spawning a lot more, but as long as we have our companion, we're fine. It would be nice to have Sam spawn early. I would really, really like Sam to spawn early. That was way too early, I think. Let's use the last of our arrows. Oh, yeah, no, we're never going to make it here. Oh god. Uthgard! Okay, they're on Uthgard. That's fine. That's fine. As long as the two-handed one doesn't look at me, I don't mind. I'm so excited to get through this, man, and see it. Like, it's going to be the hardest thing I've ever done. You know, a series of Legendary just on... Like, for me, I've platinumed about 10 games, alright? But I've never platinumed Skyrim. I've only ever had Skyrim on Steam, the special edition all done, you know? So, this will be really, really interesting to see, I won't lie. I'm very, very nervous about doing it in general. But it's worth trying out, I think. So what's the next one? 25% if the target's asleep. We're just going to have to level that up naturally. Or with a skill thing. But let's put a point into sneak as well. Because, yes, I will do sneak, of course. I thought about doing one quest line at a time. But that's just not going to be something I want to do. So, it'd just be a bit more fun if we shake it up a bit and stuff like that. And since we're doing long episodes, I can do a lot in an episode. Sometimes dungeons are going to be long. That's just the way it is. But we can always do longer. There's no harm in a long episode, you know? Like, even longer than this. They might take 2 days at a time sometimes to come out, but... Look at it this way. One day could be a 40-minute episode usually, while as every 2 days could be a 2-hour episode. You know that kind of thing? And I could easily split them up into hour stuff and that, but regardless, you guys are either going to watch or you're not going to watch, so... Learn or not learn. That is what the glories of watch later is for, my friends. You put it in the watch later. Alright, let's make a proper save here. We've kind of flowed through Bleak Falls, all thanks to Uthgard. We've leveled up about 4 times. Very handy. We're going to unlock a lot more of the holds as well when we go around. Now, there is a chest over there, and there's a chest over there, secret. As always, I always tell people. And you're very welcome to go over and get them. Let's loot first. Awesome. Awesome. So, let's summon the Staff of the Familiar. Is oak flesh expensive? Oak flesh is expensive, but it should work. The enemy should still be registered as an enemy here. You know? Oh, ah! That was so scary. Yes. 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 Bow down before my familiar and Uthgard. My other familiar, basically. I didn't mean to hit the familiar. He's just running circles now. We're ganging up on this poor jogger, bro. Hey. Alright. Feck yeah, man. That staff really helped us out there. And we got an ancient war axe of cold. So, there's never anything good in this chest, ever. But we'll check it anyway. No. It's the potion of healing. They're easy enough to make. I was thinking about before I get my big house, because it'll be a bit expensive, and money at the very beginning is a bit tight, is we could just get Breeze Home, upgrade the little garden in it, and then, you know, deal with that. But, you know, there's just so much we need to do. We need to buy a house anyways, so... We need to buy a house anyway, my friends. I can't remember if the Stones of Baron Zai is a quest. I don't think it is. Pretty sure it's not. So, where's that potion of the warrior? Sometimes it's a potion of lockpicking. Today it was a potion of the warrior. So, hopefully the vampires are gone. And aren't here. So, let's take on Anise. We need to kill her to get down into her house, otherwise she'll be prepared. And we don't want people to be prepared in Skyrim. We want to kill them immediately. I don't know what hit me there. I was so afraid that was the vampires, but it wasn't the vampires. Also, we're going to get the Ethereal crown early. I just have to be able to deal with the enemies there. Because if not, again, I will be in very big trouble. And we don't want to be in trouble. We want to deal with everything effectively, so. And I'm probably going to end up repeating a lot of the stuff I say, guys, but, you know, at the early stages of the game, we need to take our time. We need to be careful. We need to really think about what we're going to do. And we can't be we can't be too hasty, because there's points in this game where we can get completely stuck in a location and it can completely screw us. And that is just the scariest thought when you play this game. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to grab the gem that's by the river. I think I went the wrong direction there, but it's fine. We're going in the right one now, because once we know the standing stones are near us, we're going the right way. I'm also not going to use one of these. I'm probably going to use the Lord Stone early, because I think 15% to all skills is superior to 20% on random stuff, or on like a specific set of skills. Don't get me wrong, it's nice that they level up fast, but it's not what I want. I want everything to level up faster. Although, to be fair, the Atronach Stone would be a really good thing early, because spells are going to destroy us. And unlike the last playthrough, I'm not going to wait nearly as long to do the Book of Love quest, because, again, it's very important we do it. They're very important quests to do. So, I think the best thing to do here is unlock some more of the holds for us to go to. Right now, it sounds like a good shout, going to Solitude, because I would like to go and... Excuse me, I would like to go and get the Fletcher and get some more arrows and deal with that. So, yeah, we'll do that. So we're bound to continue this, and bound by a contract to a Daedric god that I've yet signed my soul to. I really wonder how I'm going to go about doing that achievement. Excuse me. Also, when we do the Oblivion Walker achievement, we have to make sure we don't make any wrong choices. Now, I'm pretty aware of all the artifacts we need, so I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. Like I said earlier, I can actually take breaks in between and put footage together, which is what I did here. I've been here. I took a little break for a while to do some stuff, and now I'm back. So sometimes when there's breaks, it seems so seamless for you guys, but for me, after doing something insane, I probably shouldn't have spent all my money on arrows, but listen, now we're more prepared than we have ever been. So kudos to that, man. Kudos to that. Right, the Sanguine Rose would be super handy. Honestly, I think we'll be fine with just Uthgerd. I'm not too worried about just having Uthgerd to wander around with us and help us deal with our issues. Is this the clothes place? I think it is. We need the general goods store. This is the bits and pieces. This is it. Yep. So we're going to go in here, talk to Seima, and we want to sell the Iron Sword. We want to sell the Orcish Warhammer. We'll keep the Staff of the Familiar for now. Oh no, I should have kept that actually. We'll get rid of the Steel Armor. We'll get rid of the Flawless Emerald, the Garnets. Yeah, that's fine. Let's level it up a bit anyway, which is the main thing. So, we won't think about that too much. Let's go grab the Blue Palace while we're here. What I like to do, if you haven't seen one of these playthroughs before, or you don't remember, is I like grabbing multiple locations when I bypass them, because I will probably need them later for something. So, now, I know a lot of you guys don't like doing the Stones of Baron Zaya, and this is already going to be long enough, but hear me out. The Stones of Baron Zaya is actually not a bad shout. And I'll tell you why, alright? The earlier you get it, the better off you are, because gems sell for a lot, and you will find so many gems. Now, the reason I think it is because, yes, that's right, you guessed it correctly, the Solitude House has some gems. So, and, well, it has one of the Baron Zaya gems. So, you need to spend the money and then get the specific room with it in it. I can't remember which room it is. I'd have to see it, but I'm no stranger and I have no shame in using guides to help out with doing stuff like that. And you shouldn't either. You know? Don't feel too worried about stuff like that, you know? Feel free to do it. Now, I just realized something. We did not get these stables for Solitude. So let me head back outside the door and head down and grab the stables. Now, I'm trying to think of everything we can do early. There is certain enemies I'm trying to avoid. I would get the Ethereum crown early, but in the final chamber of doing the quest for the Ethereum crown, you have to fight a metric ton of Dwemer devices, and we will struggle. The Dwemer devices and stuff that you have to fight are quite difficult to take on, if I am deadly honest with you. They're very scary to take on. Is that a stone I see down here, by the way? A standing stone. One of the quests we have to do is we have to find all 13 standing stones. I think there's 13, or it's 13 of the standing stones. It's one or the other. And I could have sworn there was a standing stone north. There is a standing... Is that a standing stone I see there? I can't remember which one it is, but it might be one we might actually find use in. Now, to find the one that gives us the XP gains, we need to go to Markarth. And from Markarth, we would travel... when we come out of the gates, we would travel west. And that's how you would come across it. I'm going to make a quick save here just in case we come across an enemy we can't handle. There is a lot of mud crabs around here. And I usually struggle to fast travel out of this location when I get to it, because usually there's enemies fighting me from some front. There's either spiders or mud crabs. I'm not sure which one we will encounter. Hopefully none. We're still able to wait, thankfully. And you may ask me why even bother, but trust me, it's worth doing. And it's worth doing just because finding the standing stones early will be useful. Now, I did look up on Google and see if there was any broken quests. Apparently not. So we just have to pray we don't get a broken thing. So those under the apprentice recover magicka faster, but are more susceptible to magicka damage. Bar we get hit by it, the magicka recovery would be useful, but I also like leveling up really quick at the start, especially with magic skills. So look, we have the stone now, and that's the main thing. We have it unlocked, and we have a bit of a closer access to Morthal as well, like in between Solitude and Morthal. So if there's any locations we need to go to in between there, it'll be pretty handy to do. Now again, we're going to take the carriage, and we're going to have the carriage take us this time. I want to go to both Winterhold and Riften. We actually have money. Thank God, man. I was kind of worried about that. So now we have the Riften stables, and you can actually go along the Rift watchtowers and get some interesting stuff. So when you attempt to go to Riften, he'll try and get you to pay tax for the city. If you weren't aware, you will almost always get through this. I don't think there's a way to fail at doing this speech check. I think it is one that you are always going to pass because of the level of your speech at the start. Just cancel Maul's dialogue. Now, if you don't take Shadir's quest, he will stay here. And a little side note, the alchemy shop is down there. It's just a bit confusing to remember at the beginning sometimes. So, what would be a pretty good shout here would be starting the Thieves Guild. It wouldn't be a bad shout to start. Like, it'd be a good idea to start all of them, to be honest. It wouldn't be a bad idea to also start the Civil War. Maybe what I'll do... Yes, maybe what I'll do is I'll go to Windhelm, and I'll ask to join, and I'll have the first quest initiate. I'll also have the Mara Church quest here initiate. I need to get these boring stuff out of the way. But not, look, we haven't done the Civil War in so goddamn long that it's not actually honestly going to be that boring. It's been so long since I've done it. Like, seriously. Also, I don't want to spawn dragons in just yet. Because it's just going to be a headache right now. And then we want to go to the College Winterhold because I wouldn't mind having a free ward spell from the beginning. So, the problem with pickpocketing on PlayStation is going to be the save timers.
About the wisp.
Of course. So let's store this, and we're done. Cool. All right, we were pretty lucky with RNG there, which I'm very happy about. So we got 100 gold straight off the bat, and now we have to just fight through the Ratway until we get down and deal with the Riften place. Now, a fun little thing for you guys is if you go into the Blackbriar Meadery, if I'm not mistaken,
Welcome. Allow me to recommend the Blackbriar, the best meat in town for
I could have sworn.
Come back and see us again.
Remember, keep this to yourself.
We serve only the best here. Blackbriar meat.
I could have sworn someone here taught speech. It could be a bit more down in one of the other houses. It's not in here because that's your man from the Pawn Prawn. So,
Visiting Riften?
I'm pretty sure Dinu, by the way, is the one we have to talk to about getting the Marrow quest. So let's initiate some of them, and I'll let you guys see so you know what we're on our way to doing. So, the Temple of Mara, honestly, this Mara quest isn't a bad idea because you unlock a lot of obscure locations as well. That's one of the advantages of doing random quests and stuff. So, let's wait an hour. Let's see if Dinu pops her head by for us.
Until Lady Mara bids you welcome to her benevolence.
It's just Brielle so far. I know she has a schedule. She follows when she goes outside. So we just need to keep an eye out that she doesn't come in. And if she does come in... Is that a note I see on the table? Argonian ceremony? What? I don't recognize that note at all. So I wonder is that Creation Club stuff. Maybe that is just there naturally. You know, I do forget a lot of what's in this game sometimes, so I'm very excited to get the house. I'm so excited for all the stuff we're going to do. So maybe we could utilize shouts, by the way, a bit better for dealing with the magic anomalies when we get to them. I was looking up some stuff earlier, like I told you guys, and some people said using shouts, like Dragon Aspect and stuff like that, can really help you out a lot. We'll touch the shrine just in case there's something wrong. Now, there's Dinu. I'm pretty sure we need to talk to her.
We are devoted. Her blessings are many to receive. Are you prepared then?
Just tell me what to do.
The village.
Yeah, so we need to go to Iverstead, which is part of the quest anyway. If I can get the lesser ward, I won't feel nearly as bad about taking on Dragon because we're using a bow and arrow as well. So that makes for a pretty decent beginning. Now, I also want to get through the Ratway and start this off. So let's just turn off that for now, and we'll also do the owner of the Golden Claw. We need to talk to Lucan. So let's go out to the Riften stables because we got some money from Brynjolf, so we should have more than enough to travel for sure. Let's talk to Mr. Sigart.
Where do you want to go?
And head to Winterhold, where we can very quickly get a lesser ward spell. Okay, so we're coming up the steps, the slope of the College of Winterhold. Let's see what she wants us to do. For all, we'll have us do a spell, and we can skip Mirabelle's entire tour, thankfully. And we go in and we just have to listen to Tolfdir give a small talk. You won't succeed on this unless you have that necklace of speech. Alright, we actually have the spell, thankfully.
Well,
there we go.
I'll lead you across the bridge.
Okay, so now we head up. We run right past Mirabelle. We talk to Tolfdir. Get him to give us the... Ooh, the Gatekeeper quest. What's this? Join the College of Winterhold. There we go. That's 5 achievements now, I think, guys. Is it 5 achievements now? Yeah, 5 of 76 achievements. Nice one. Alright. It's a start, man, you know? It's a start. It's very overwhelming to think of what we have left to do. We have so much left to do. But if we don't think about it right now, we just play the game, we'll get most of the achievements by just doing the main guild quests and stuff, so let's talk to Tolfdir. I'm going to skip through his dialogue so you guys don't have to hear this part. And actually, no, I could just bump him constantly. So the less cuts from me, the better, anyway.
Please, please.
Tolfdir, bump. No. Shut up, Boothgeard. Where are the other two, by the way? There you guys are. Hurry the hell up.
What are you?
Safety should be more important than anything. I agree, Tolfdir. So, we're going to use this lesser ward to be able to handle a dragon. Again, I don't mind the dragons being spawned. I just want to be able to take them out. And for me, having these sanguine rows would make doing them far more wanting.
I'll teach you all.
Now, there's a lot of people who will... They don't as much anymore. Thankfully, I don't get these comments anymore. But they complain about the use of using conjuration stuff. But it is mandatory if you're not breaking the game.
Now, if
to do it in this. We already have one? Bruh. No way.
I'll cast a spell.
Well, we might as well get a start on this anyway. You know. Oh, Tolfdir's still trying to talk to me.
Over there, please.
Man, what is going on here? He's just glitching out so weirdly.
Cast.
So, a ward spell is wonderful. Lesser ward isn't too great, but they're great because they're really, really good against dealing with magic. And Dragon's Breath, everything they produce from their mouth, except saliva, is magical. Although I can imagine their saliva is probably also magical. You know? So, I won't question it too much.
I suggest we meet there in a few hours and
I don't know how to do the bump properly. Alright, so it looks like that, guys. The College of Winterhold has begun. And we are now one step closer to finishing the Winterhold questline. So, and we've got even more locations. So that's super cool. Alright, next up, we said... Oh, I was thinking about getting the stone at the beginning. We've still got a lot to do. I did say I would start the Civil War as well. So, why don't we do that? Why don't we start the Civil War by going and talking to Ulfric? So, you can start this on either side, as you know. This doesn't matter which side you do, by the way. For this, all you need to do is start either one of the... Civil War sides. You just need to complete the Civil War, but you need to have it done before the main quest. If you don't do it before the main quest, it won't work out properly for you, so just ignore the casual racism. You won't fix it by telling them to stop. Unless you kill them. I do think we're going to have to listen to some dialogue here from Ulfric. If I'm not mistaken. Without summons, Ulfric, you get off your high horse. I believe we've already met. I remember how cool I thought this was. I was so eager to meet Ulfric from the beginning when I figured this out.
What would you have me do?
So I think, yeah, join the Stormcloak Rebellion is... Oh, did we hear a rumor of Aventus from the beginning? Oh, that's cool. So, that's interesting.
But first, tell me.
Do you only take Nords? I find it always peculiar. They shouldn't be taking anything other than Nords. Because of the way their mentality is. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but a lot of them are. So we have to kill an ice rate. If this counts as a proper quest, I will... Oh, he gave us some potions to handle it. Let me see here. Yeah, join in the Stormcloaks. So, at this point, up until you... When you get the Jagged Crown, you can actually switch sides, if I'm not mistaken. Which is pretty cool. So, we need to do the... We need to do that. Join the Stormcloak Rebellion quest. So, we have that now, and we have the Palace of the Kings. Again, I don't usually do all this straight away, but this is getting all of this out of the way for me, which... Again, for you guys, would also significantly help. You can just do quests and make your way around, but this... Well, one, I enjoy myself doing this anyway. And secondly, it's a lot of fun and satisfaction seeing your map unfold like this. And getting a lot of the major holds is nice. I don't really need Morthal or Dawnstar right now. I don't think, anyway. I could be wrong. I could change my mind. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the Morthal plot of land is actually the land we need for the fishery, but I don't need that house right now because I'm not making enough money for it. We could make enough money for it, but not right now. Not right now, my friends. There's an easy bit of gold you can make here by doing the quest for the mine here. But I won't do that right now. You'll probably get through the miscellaneous quests and stuff like that as you just play through the game. That's usually how I do it. Same with clearing dungeons and stuff like that. And if we don't have it, I mean, your stat page is connecting and watching over all of them. So you can just see that way. You can see the stone from here? Or is this a different one? I can't remember. No, I think this is the right one, but I think we need to climb up. I always walk along the cliff until I get up on it. Now, there is sometimes, or usually, a bear that will attack you. It's very scary. Very, very scary. And I need to make sure I have Uthgerd with me just in case I do get attacked by something. Oh, God. There's an enemy nearby. Yeah, I just want to make sure Uthgerd is with us because I am afraid of dying. I'm pretty sure the stone is up on that rock there. Or it's at least up on that mountain. So, this will level up all our skills faster, which will be super handy. Especially for some of those more monotonous and tedious ones. It'll make doing like speech checks for speech faster. It'll make doing smithing if we decide to do smithing faster. Which I probably won't, to be honest. I'm not too keen on doing smithing. I'm pretty sure the saber-tooth can kill us straight away. So I'm going to climb up on this rock. Uthgerd! Help me, please. Thank you. God bless you. How are we doing with damage from the orcish arrows, actually? Not a whole lot. Even with the upgrade. But that's also because our bow isn't all that good either, so... Hopefully we can retrieve a lot of the arrows from their body. I remember in the orc playthrough when I got to a point where I was killing these guys in 2 shots on the legendary playthrough. And it was so satisfying to do. And that's the thing. You're always going to get to that point, guys. You know, you're going to get to that point where your character is eventually finally going to be worth the trade-off of all of what you're doing. You know? So stick to it. Seriously. It's worth it. Trust me. So it wasn't a bear this time. Instead, it was a saber-tooth. So this is the stone we want. And this is the stone we're probably going to have alongside another stone when we get the Ethereal crown. The Lover Stone. All skills improve 50% faster, and if you go into active effects, as you will see, all skills improve 15% faster compared to the 20% from getting one of the other stones. In my opinion, this is absolutely worth the extra trade-off, 4 to 5%, just because of that. So, we're not going to go to Iverstead yet. I don't want to. The college, we were going to do the Ratway, but did I say I wanted to do anything else before we did the Ratway? Falkreath, I always do Falkreath's banner thing, but that'll require us to go all the way up here. There's just no reason to do it right now, to be honest. I wouldn't mind summoning the first dragon, actually. You know, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But right now, how about we go and we deal with the Ratway vaults? We can do the dragon right after. It's kind of satisfying as heck how much we're getting done already.
Huh? Yes.
We'll grab Shadir's quest. We can do all these quests later. There is some broken quests that I remember, like finding... There's that girl who lives out in the Riften Woods, I think. And she believes that her husband left for some Dunmer Morrowind, but it turns out he was actually captured by bandits and killed. It's actually quite a tragedy to unfold because she has a child. They have a child, sorry, as well. So, let's make a proper quick save here. These two guys here, they're named and they're quite strong. So, be very careful. We'll do the Iron Shield and we'll do Oak Flesh. Just to get some alteration up as well. We haven't been using alteration at all. sadly. And Conjuration, again, that wouldn't be a bad shout to level up. You'll find Frostbite Venom, by the way, is not worth your tail in anything, man. It's just so weak. Like you can equip Frostbite Venom onto these, I'm pretty sure. So it's a blood freezing poison that does 5-point damage to health and stamina for 4 seconds. Like, you'll see a little click in their health, but it's nothing you can't get on your own anyway. As long as these don't direct attention on me, I'll be fine. So let's just get rid of the closest one first. Because as you're probably noticing, stuff is leveling up for us quickly anyway. So that's one down. I'm pretty sure one arrow from him could kill us.
Victory is yours.
Sorry, Draff. Alright, cool. So 50 gold. Oh, an orcish bow. Let's go. Okay. Alright. I'll take it. I'll take it. Cool. Orcish bow, orcish arrows. It's an improvement. It's an improvement we had. Now, we can skip the entire ratway. Like, I don't need the gloves of the pugilist, I don't think. But there is a skill book up here. Is there anything else? I don't think so. This lock, of course, is expert. And we're very low in the lockpicking skill department. But regardless, I was able to do it. And that's awesome. So, I wonder if we can get our sneak up here a bit. There's someone up here. Yeah, there they are. There they are. Come on.
What's that?
Oh, I really thought that would put my sneak up. But it didn't. I never usually open this doors, so pretty happy I did this time. Okay, let's put another point into stamina. And let's put a point into conjuration because we're going to be focusing on the ones for the sword for now. Maybe way later in the game when I'm getting tons of money and stuff, you know, because one of our achievements is to get 100k gold in our inventory at a time. So we'll have to do that. So let's attack this low life. And of course, the higher level the enemies, the higher you will level up, and the higher the damage output, the higher or the faster you'll level up. So when we reset a skill from legendary, we will level it up fairly fast because of that, which will be super cool. We're nearly level 10 now as well. Bit scary, but it's okay. Yeah, we'll leave the other guys for now. They're not worth spawning up, and we'll just save ourselves some time by coming straight to the Ragged Flagon. We're going to have to do the Hunting Brew meter quest after we go up and we talk to the tree guys with their statues. Again, this first little quest is a little tedious. It's not the most interesting, but the Thieves Guild armor will be very nice to have. I like to mix and match the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood stuff.
A word of warning, though. I don't... Good. If you need any details...
The Nightingale armor set, by the way, is very, very good for stuff like pickpocketing and sneak. Well, the Dark Brotherhood boots are literally muffled, so we'd want them. Starting the Dark Brotherhood for that reason would be pretty goddamn awesome. But I'm pretty sure the gloves or the boots increase pickpocketing for thieves. So a lot of this stuff, by the way, I'm doing now. I know I keep saying a lot of this stuff, but a lot of the stuff I am doing right now is stuff that I usually do over little bits. Because it's quite dreading, you know, knowing you have to talk to Mercer Frey. This is the Falkreath letter.
Ah, looks like
Yeah.
that's it.
So we'll read that and have it here. There we go. We're going to wait till daytime as well. So we need to talk to these three guys. I like to do it. The third one, by the way, will always give in to you because the first two were threatened, I think. So you shan't have to worry about that too much. So try and get the ones that are annoying out of the way with first. That is annoying, that one there. This one is just you breaking the urn. So I'm just going to do that.
So Brynjolf does... You demand payment for... Don't fool yourself. Likewise. Now I have a lot to do. I'm afraid you'll
My
just
husband
have to
Darcy
leave.
will be the judge.
I'm gonna have to cast Bound Sword.
I can't.
I can't pay, I can't.
No!
That urn was not priceless. You want me to break anything else?
Here, take your gold.
Cool.
And leave
Okay, so
me
that's one done. The next one we'll do is the statue. The statue is also easy enough. Let me...
Take my advice.
Helga, the Beam Barb is the Argonians. Yeah, it's the one over here, sorry. I get a bit confused sometimes and I forget everything we're supposed to do. This is going to make doing the next set of episodes and stuff so handy when we can just come straight in here. So straight off the bat, just steal the statue of Debella. Come over to her.
You
Uh,
have my...
you
Not
just
late.
talk to her. You can actually skip that first piece of dialogue and
I hope you...
just tell her to show her the statue. And then when you go in here to the third one, it should skip the unnecessary dialogue. And you won't have to threaten her with the other stuff. So I have a message for you from Brynjolf. Yeah, see, it just skips it. Now we go down, we let Brynjolf drag us to Mercer Frey, we do the long-winded dialogue, and then we unlock the shortcut for the Thieves Guild. I am not going to make you look at that dialogue. You know how it goes if you played this game before. This will be the last time I have to use the Rataway doors, because having access to the Thieves Guild gives us Tenilia, which is a great fence. A wonderful fence for us to have. And we also have a bunch of trainers. That axe is floating, and I actually can't run by it. It's working as a barrier. And we can start doing the Thieves Guild, which is super awesome. I'm actually going to get one of the quests off our log. I'm going to talk to her.
I suppose I
Yeah.
can work with your face.
Because of that. So I'm going to get all this dialogue done. And when Mercer Frey finishes talking, I'll play it again. Okay, so we're done. I actually had to reload a save because this door wouldn't open for me. And then it works, so already we encountered a bug where I was terrified that the game was broken already. But we have some miscellaneous objectives to do here that will help us out. By talking to Delvin, Vex, and Tenilia, I'm pretty sure they count as misc objectives. So Tenilia will give us our armor, which is awesome because that's what we want.
Look,
I just need to make sure that the Empire destruction thing for the Dark Brotherhood is in the quest, and then we can start that, because I really want the muffled boots.
Let me guess.
I really, 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 really want the muffled boots.
See? So,
A lot.
look around.
Hopefully these count as sub-objectives that will be listed off the MISC.
We can both come out of this smelling.
So that's one. Let's talk to Vex.
1 and 2. Then we understand.
But I don't think, like, if the sub-objective is in an objective,
Who knows?
like it's a sub-thing in a quest that you can skip,
You can get out
that counts.
and while
So,
you're at it, make a little bit of coin.
so she trains us in lockpicking.
Got lots of jobs available.
He trains us in sneak.
And they'll never even...
Do I have... Ooh, we do. We have enough to get some training. I got 2 pieces of training there. Awesome. So, we now have Golden Glow unlocked. We now have access to the Thieves Guild. We now have access to the Thieves Guild shortcut. And we have Thieves Guild armor. We are making such serious progress already, bro. For me, like, I never make this much progress this quick, so this is awesome. Pickpocket success is 50% better. That's what I wanted. The boots, and then lockpicking is 50% easier. We can break down them robes. We'll keep the hood. The prices are 10% better is cool, but increasing our magic by 30 points. Well, since we're not actually using... Nah, you know what? We can use the hood because we're not actually using destruction that much. I did say that I wouldn't use destruction all that much. So, that's not a bad shout. So, let's activate the pulley chain. Let's unlock this. Okay. Wow, man. We have just made so much progress already. This is super duper awesome. We have so many quests to do off the bat. White River Watch. That's quite close by. If we get that, we get some free one-handed training, which will be nice to have. Because come level 10, we're going to be given a sugar ton of quests. So, a sugar ton of quests. Let me wait a few hours. I never make this much progress this fast, though. It's really awesome. It's really, really awesome. A very boring things, very large amount of boring things to do this episode, to be honest. But all the stuff we've done is going to help us out significantly. And a lot of it was advice you guys gave me. So that was super handy to have from you guys. Oh no, feck, bro. What? Oh, I didn't see him next to me. And I just made a quick save and a proper save in front of them. Oh god, please tell me it's not gonna... Oh, Jesus Christ. Why can't this guard help me? Oh, crap. Heal. 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 Shit, man. I'm gonna have to skip out of town on these guys. That was just not expected at all, my friends.